Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
Zhao Liying wanted to remarry, but because of Feng Shaofeng's cold attitude, the two finally broke up. Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng had a chance to reconcile after their divorce, but Feng's mother's blind date completely shattered the possibility. From soft-hearted hesitation to sober turn, Zhao Liying used works such as happiness to 10,000 homes to prove that when a woman no longer relies on emotions, she can live a more dazzling life. Speaking of Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng, many people may still feel a thump in their hearts. When they officially announced their marriage, it was as fast as a gust of wind, which caught everyone off guard. Later, they officially announced their divorce, and it was as straightforward as cutting the Gordian knot. The sentence "life is long, the past was good, and I hope the future will be better" put a decent end to this marriage. But it is precisely because of this decency that many people have a thought in their hearts: since they are not torn apart and quarreling, is there still a chance to reconcile? Especially after their divorce, they were photographed meeting each other for the sake of their children from time to time. That kind of scene always makes people feel that for the sake of their children, perhaps this former couple may still have a chance to turn back. But as time goes by, the rumors of reconciliation have become fainter and fainter, until now almost no one mentions it. What happened in the middle that made the door to reconciliation, which might have been ajar, finally be completely closed and even locked? This matter is actually more complicated than we imagined, and it is closer to the lives of ordinary people like us. The period just after the divorce was actually the most delicate period in the relationship between the two. Think about it, no matter how peaceful the breakup is, the two people were truly in love after all, and they also have a child together. That kind of emotional bond cannot be cut off all at once. According to some sporadic news from the circle at the time, Feng Shaofeng was the one who wanted to save the relationship more. A grown man, who suddenly returned to being single from a lively family life, plus the longing for his son, must have felt empty in his heart. It is said that he often said good things to Zhao Liying through mutual friends, and the meaning behind his words was that he was quite regretful and still missed the good things in the past. This attitude can be said to be very sincere. As for Zhao Liying, it is unrealistic to say that she has no waves in her heart. She is a person who looks strong but soft inside, especially after becoming a mother. Children are her biggest weakness. It is said that their son Xiang especially misses the days when his parents are together. Sometimes during video calls, the child's innocent "Mom, when will you come back?" can make the mother feel mixed emotions. This kind of purest expectation from the child is the most powerful emotional impact for any mother. So during that time, facing Feng Shaofeng's initiative to show goodwill, the matchmaking of friends, and the emotional offensive of his son, Zhao Liying's attitude was loosened. After all, the relationship has not reached the point of exhaustion and hatred for each other. For the sake of the children, it is completely reasonable for her to give each other another chance. It can be said that it is the window period with the greatest possibility of their reunion. However, life is often more dramatic than TV dramas. Just when the flame of reunion was about to be rekindled, the action of a key person directly poured a basin of cold water from head to toe. This person is the rumored mother of Feng Shaofeng. In our Chinese family, everyone knows how important the four words mother-in-law and daughter-in-law relationship are. This is not just a problem of how two women get along, but behind it is the collision of the backgrounds, concepts and lifestyles of the two families. Feng Shaofeng comes from a wealthy family, and is considered a prominent family in Shanghai. His mother is naturally worldly. As for Zhao Liying, we all know that she came from the countryside and relied on her unyielding spirit to work hard step by step to her current position. This difference in growth background may become a potential point of conflict in marriage. When Feng's mother saw that her son was depressed and even a little humble in order to save a marriage that had ended, her first reaction might not be to understand and support her son to repair his relationship, but to think, "My son can't be so wronged." In her eyes, perhaps she felt that since they were divorced, it meant that the daughter-in-law was unsuitable, so the top priority was to help her son turn a new page and find a more matched partner for their family. So she began to actively arrange a blind date for Feng Shaofeng. This move, in the eyes of others, is simply a God operation. It sent a very clear and very hurtful signal to Zhao Liying at that sensitive node. This signal clearly said, "Our family has no intention of waiting for you to come back. Your position can be replaced at any time. I, as a mother, have the final say on my son's affairs." You can imagine how Zhao Liying felt when she heard the news. She might have been soft-hearted because of her child's tears and the warmth of the past, but she was slapped hard by reality the next second. The remaining warmth and the thought of reconciliation instantly became very ridiculous. This is no longer a simple emotional issue, it involves a person's self-esteem. I was still hesitating whether to turn back, but the other party's family couldn't wait to replace you. No matter who it was, they couldn't get over this hurdle. This completely dispelled the hesitation in Zhao Liying's heart, and made her see clearly that even if this relationship was reconciled, the family resistance she would face in the future would not be reduced at all after such a toss. Zhao Liying was completely awake. She turned all her energy back to her career. When a woman no longer regards emotions as her only sustenance, the energy she can burst out is amazing. After the divorce, Zhao Liying's whole state is different. She has successively filmed transformation masterpieces such as Happiness to 10,000 Homes and Wind-Blowing Half Summer. Look at her roles in the play. One is Xingfu, who is willing to fight with the village chief to the end in order to seek justice, and the other is Su Bangsha, a female entrepreneur who ventures into the business world and kills decisively. These characters have a strong vitality, and the energy of living a wonderful life without relying on anyone and relying on oneself seems to be a portrayal of her real life. When a woman stands at a higher height through her own efforts, has a broader vision and a more solid foundation, she will naturally feel relieved when she looks back at the relationship full of bullying and disrespect. At the same time, the new job also brings new social circles and new rumors. Her interactions with her co-stars during filming were magnified and interpreted by the media and netizens, and all kinds of speculations about her new relationship began to fly. Whether these rumors are true or false is actually not important. What is important is that it sends a signal to the outside world. In Feng Shaofeng, Zhao Liying has moved on and there are new possibilities in her life. In the entertainment industry, where face is particularly important, when one party has a new scandal, it becomes very embarrassing and inappropriate for the other party to mention reconciliation. Everyone is an adult and a public figure. Once some things are missed, they can never go back. In this way, one wanted to turn back, but the family undermined behind the scenes. The other was soft-hearted, but was heartbroken by the attitude of the other party's family, and turned to his career and opened a new chapter in his life. After a while, the possibility of reconciliation was completely wiped out by these realistic factors and human intervention. What we see now is that, apart from the necessary interactions over the issue of their children, the two have been doing well on their own and there is no sign of reconciliation. There is no more news about Feng Shaofeng's reunion, while Zhao Liying's career is booming and she is radiant. Feelings are sometimes like a pot of charcoal fire. If it gets cold, you can light it again, but if someone pours water into it and takes the pot away, it will never warm up again. This marriage, which once made countless people feel sorry, ultimately did not end up with a broken mirror reunited ending, but each went to different mountains and seized. The love between Zhao Liying and Feng Shaofeng was like a romantic idol drama at the beginning. With the popularity of Knowing or Not in 2018, the two quickly attracted countless blessings. However, time is often the most ruthless judge. In 2021, the cold divorce statement was like a heavy hammer, smashing people's hearts and minds. The blessings in the past turned into jokes in an instant, and the whole network fell into discussion, speculating why this love came to an end. Their 3-year marriage, from sweet filters to strangers, has worn out Zhao Liying's fantasy of love with a wealthy family. The partner who understands and supports her in her dreams seems to have become out of reach. Behind the halo of the wealthy family, Feng Shaofeng's family expectations and her independent differences gradually emerged. Soon, rumors came down to the pressure of changing her name, giving up her career, and even having a second child, which made people sympathize. After the divorce, Zhao Liying was silent for a while, and her life seemed to be squeezed out of breath. The discussion of the outside world is like an invisible shackle, entangled with her, making this once radiant actress confused. But she is not the kind of person who is easily defeated. Just as she showed her tenacity in the play, divorce did not make her retreat. After a brief adjustment, she regrouped and devoted herself to her career, as if she had just walked out of the darkness and ushered in a new scene. And just after the divorce, Zhao Liying's career began to counterattack. She was like a beast that was untied and entered a brand new stage. With Happiness to 10,000 Homes, she won the Fishan Award for Best Actress. Then, new works such as In the World appeared one after another, becoming the focus of people's heated discussions, and repeatedly breaking the traffic. Some people say that her wonderful performance was unimaginable before, and even her interaction with Li's hiding often makes people envious, calling out the audience as another expectation for love. And Feng Shaofeng, the 47-year-old, was photographed at a dinner with his new girlfriend, and he showed a long-lost tease in the camera.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.